have with us Mr. Merrill J. Fernando with us, the founder of Dilmah Tea. And Mr. Fernando, I believe you've just flown back to Sri Lanka all the way from Malaysia.
Yes, I went to Malaysia for a very important event because otherwise I would not have left this event and gone there for 2 days. I was invited to speak to 1,500 small and medium entrepreneurs, and I was amazed at the attention they paid to what I said. And I was proud that my story was so well taken that when I walked out of the hall, I was mobbed. I couldn't move.
Wow.
My son and granddaughter with me, they had to protect me. But the people were so pleased with my humble efforts to change the world of tea.
Wow.
Which they can do to their own crops.
And, you've walked out of a crowd that mobbed you, and you've walked into another crowd that wants to mob you as well. Because now we are at the final day of the Global Real High Tea Challenge.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fernando, it's been 8 years.
Yes.
8 years of going around the world, promoting the gospel of the Real High Tea Challenge. What are your impressions and how do you feel now?
Well, in the initial years, I thought we are chasing a wild goose, that we will never make any impact on tea consumers in our efforts to make a tea a noble, rich, healthy, important beverage. But at the end of the first year, the enthusiasm shown by participants and the public amazed me, so that I would normally not have attended all those events, but I made it a point to go to as many of those as possible and watch the efforts of Dilmah and Dilhan to decommoditize tea and make tea a noble drink. And Dilmah has made tea in the style of wine, by capturing the terroir of each region in my Vata series. So those who do not take liquor can take a Cabernet Sauvignon in my Yatavata or Pinot Noir in my Udavata, and so on. 4 teas which represent or are made in the style of wine. So having provided all those opportunities, using my experience in tea, 65 years buried in tea, we are now come to the finals of the competition. And I have seen some of the dishes prepared by participants. I cannot believe my eyes. They are rediscovering food and showing the healthy alternative to food and wine in Dilmah tea and wine. So that is the ultimate reward to consumers and to the public. The event itself is the greatest and the greatest significance in the history of tea, not just Ceylon tea, in the history of the world. Why do I say that? Because tea is a crop that has been exploited, leaving the farmers hungry and in want, while brand owners and traders, big and small, enjoy the cream at the expense of the pain they cause to producers and the farmers. So that the farmers, producers, watch their hard work enriching traders around the world. Dilmah showed them how we can all do the same thing and retain that wealth that is enriching others around the world, retain in our country and enrich the industry and enrich our farmers and enrich our country. So the example of Dilmah is to add value to your own crops, be it tea, be it palm oil, rubber, coconut, what or other raw materials, and retain the wealth in your own country. And that is a revolution in the world when I say. The revolution in tea caused by Dilmah is what we have achieved now. The revolution in change in the world is showing everybody what this humble man in a poor country showed them how. That is to add value to your own crop and enjoy the riches and the wealth that goes out from our country.